covering 3 mitzvahs. One positive mitzvah, 2 negative mitzvahs. The first positive mitzvah is positive mitzvah 208. And then we have 2 negative commandments, negative 271 and negative 272. And they're all related. So, very, very heavy, so to speak, mitzvahs here. The first is the positive commandment 208. And the nutshell is that we're commanded to have precise, and the language of the Torah is to have righteous measuring implements. So scales, weights, and measures. So if, like, for instance, you're working in commerce, that you're measuring things out properly. You're not swindling people regarding when they're buying, like when you buy, when somebody buys from you, or gets appraised or whatever, that you're giving the accurate price. The Midrash states, conditional on this, that I took you out of Egypt on condition that you accept the mitzvah of honest measures. For one who acknowledges the mitzvah of measures also acknowledges the exodus from Egypt, and one who rejects the mitzvah of measures also denies the exodus from Egypt. That gives an idea of how big this mitzvah is considered. It comes from Leviticus 19:36, which says, honest balance, honest weights, and an honest dry measure, and honest liquid measure you shall have. So it's very important that we're honest in our business dealings. Contrary to what people say about Jewish people, that they're dishonest in business dealings, God forbid. Each person can do what they do. If somebody is dishonest, that's their problem. They got to speak to that. I like the way a friend of mine says, that's their world to come. That's their world to come hangs in the balance of whether or not they're being honest. They say that one of the first questions that you receive when you go to heaven, and this is tradition, it's who knows, but that you'll be asked, were you honest in your business dealings? It's very, very important. This is a Torah value. This is a biblical value, that everyone is honest in their business dealings. And if somebody is not being honest in their business dealings, that's on them. There is no excuse. The Torah gives no excuse. Judaism gives no excuse for being dishonest in your business dealings. So then we also have negative commandments. The negative commandment 271 comes from Leviticus 19:35. So the verse right before, it says, you shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in measure, in weight, or in land measure. So it's forbidden to be dishonest in the course of surveying land, or measuring, or weighing substances. When surveying land, it must be done according to the principles of engineering, not randomly, no guesstimates, and so it's again very high value, and a mitzvah, a command to be honest and accurate always. And then negative mitzvah 272, maintaining an unbalanced measure. This comes from Deuteronomy 25:13. It says, you shall not have in your bag various weights, large and small. And what that means is that you can't carry around one set of, like one scale for selling and one scale for buying, or one scale for this person and one scale for that person. You have to be not only honest, but you can't be partial. You can't be inconsistent regarding the your business dealings. It's forbidden to even here it goes into this in the explanation. It's forbidden to even harbor in one's possession an unbalanced weight or measure implement, even if there's no intention to use them, as the Talmud says, even if it's being used as a commode, even if you're sitting on this improperly balanced scales, these falsified weights, like they're a different weight and than what they say, etc. Even if you're using that to prop yourself up to go to the bathroom, you're not allowed to own one. In the words of the Talmud's giving it a little bit more of a vulgar kind of meaning, a very bringing it down to brass tacks, you might say. And so you're not even allowed to own those two. Just like you're not allowed to own an idol. You're not allowed to own weights and scales that are not accurate, that are being used for deception. So not only can we not participate in deception, we're not even supposed to own the implements of deception. Very, very important. This is some of the most fundamental stuff of Judaism. And it's very sad that Satan deceives the world into seeing the Jewish people, God forbid, as dishonest. And if there are Jews who are dishonest in these things, God help them. May they repent. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day in every way. And with God's help, we'll be back tomorrow with more Sefer HaMitzvos. Bye-bye.